which means you're not funny, which means you're not welcome here, which means you're not enough, which means you're not smart enough or skinny enough or fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just don't ever let anyone tell you you can't be amazing. And there's also rules in life, though. And I broke those rules, and there's consequences to those rules, but those rules do not decide who I'll be in this world. And all of that through the tears. Because when I start looking at what I'm conveying to him, that's what gets me. Right when I walked into those rooms, I go, I don't know what comedy looks like or feels like, but it doesn't feel like this.
No, they say it's a made-up concept.
It's, I've read like a lot of like self-help. So I've been like a serial entrepreneur. This is my 16th business in 25 years.
He's moving me. It's unbelievable.
You ever see that?
Well, you gave me hell about the last one, and it was like half of it is you going.
You see that meme? Like if you type in under images smooth, and the dude sitting on a park bench, and he just slides right up to that girl. Like that's kind of what that movie. Like I didn't see you sliding him, and he just like slid right into me. And I was like smooth. No, so this is like I'm on my 16th business in 25 years. So I start companies, prove their ability to perform. Jimmy's Hauling and Home Services. So I got 12 trucks, 28 guys, trailers. We do jumper mobile, trash outs, clean evictions, like just full hoarder, clean out, just all that stuff.
Yeah. Like the show orders type shit?
Some of them, I can show you some videos.
That's insane.
Where like people pass away. Like so, grandma passes away, and then the kids come down from Michigan, and they go, holy shit, they just want to sell the house. So the realtor's like, get all this out, or demo the kitchen, get the cabinets out. Like, so we just get in there and get it out. So I was a later in life comic. Like I've been a comedian for 2 years. And I'm not like a starving artist either, right? So like whatever, if it needs money or travel or expense or whatever, like I created an LLC, like people pay my business when I do comedy instead of me. So I can write off clothing and travel. It's $125.
Wow.
Like everyone should have, this is not the place or the podcast, but everyone should have an LLC, no matter what you do on this planet.
If you live in Florida and you do business,
the tax benefits alone.
That's why people move here, is to protect their
It's the shelter, or at least make your home office here. You just get an address here, and you can do business in other states, but your articles of incorporation are filed in Florida, and you get no state tax. You just get all the benefits,
That's smart.
Yeah, I was an accountant. I worked downtown for like 10 years.
Wow.
Here, and then I was like, I can't sit on my ass for 80 hours a week anymore. So.
Yeah, I was always the visionary, and I've always needed an implementer. Like I can't sit at a desk. I can't sit in a computer. So, I used to teach a seminar of like new business startups, and I would say like, who here knows who Steve Jobs is? And everyone knew, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, who here knows who Steve Wozniak is? And almost no one knows.
Yeah.
And so it was only Steve Jobs that said, I want this computer to fit in my pocket.
Sure.
It was Steve Wozniak that made a fucking computer fit in your pocket. You know what I mean? So why does no one know the guy that does it, and everyone knows the guy that thought of it? Which front of the camera, back of the camera too, right? Like in the house, some guys like to act, some guys like to direct, right? So it's all in our personality, our DNA. I'm the out front guy. I've always been. And how I got into comedy was when I would do these seminars, I would just always try to like lead with a joke.
Yeah.
Before we get into this business, boring bullshit.
Just like
so I was like, make up a joke, just like an icebreaker.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize after like 5 years of doing this, the joke that I told was my favorite part of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Like I should just do this.
Yeah, so in a 2-hour seminar, an hour and 59 minutes of it, to me, is boring. To them, without being arrogant, they were kind of on the edge of their seat, trying to take down notes as fast as I'm saying it, about how to start companies and improve growth and over time. And after tax cash flow.
Isn't that interesting, the difference between when you're saying something and then how the audience will perceive it? Because there's sets I've done where I'm like, I am bored as shit. And they're just laughing. You're like, this is such a weird distortion.
Yeah. It was a lot like that. But when I said a joke at the beginning and they laughed, that feeling was like, how do I just do this? You know what I mean? And it wasn't an immediate, like, shut that down, do it. But, I was that guy in my friend circle that everyone was like, dude, people always associate, like, you're so funny, you should be a comedian.
Sure.
And I feel like what people should have told me my whole life is you're witty, not you're funny, because I kind of went into this with this, like, I'm halfway a comic already. That's my buddies. And then you sit in a room by yourself with a pen and a paper and go just be funny from nowhere. No one's setting them up, and you go, that's what she said. You know, like, there's no
yes and no improv.
There's no stuff. There's no setup. There's no. So that was like kind of not a slap in the face, but like a reality check of like, okay, whatever your friends and people that have met you in your life have said to you, forget it all and get down on this paper and see if you can make shit that's funny.
Well, and also it's confusing because you'll watch a Netflix special and the guy is very relaxed to the point where it seems like he's just saying that shit off the top of his head. So then you, as the viewer, never doing comedy, go, oh, you just get up there and say shit off the top of your head. It's like, no, they had to drill for years so that it seemed that nonchalant.
So what the model of that is, if you don't know, is, and most of us know this part, so a comic will write, they'll be getting ready to put out a special. So they'll hit local
beautiful
clubs and venues and all this stuff.
It's unfortunate.
Part where I tell you I don't eat, what is it, tuna? But we know that they hit like the local comedy clubs and work out the material, right? What you don't realize is they go on a tour, and on between their 20th and 25th show, that's when they call Netflix. So they have done this for 20 times at minimum. So by the time we see it, it is as casual as it can be. You know what I mean? Like, you've worked the material in small clubs, you popped in at midnight to the comedy store when hardly anyone was there, and you've shocked the audience and you did 10 minutes and worked on your stuff. And then you go on tour. And between the 20th and 25th stop on that tour is when you call Netflix and go, I'm ready.
Oh, wow.
Right? So like on that 20 nights in a row, 20 out of 25 nights, whatever that is, you're doing it. And then you're like, okay, I'm ready.
I knew there was a spot where you feel ready, but that's interesting to have like a clear delineation.
20 to 25 is like the average. Yeah, maybe some guys take a little longer. But you could do a 50-city tour. In theory, you can film it in the 48th city if you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? Like, you call them, once the arrangements are made, we're going to film your special. Whenever it is that I'm ready. I've done this 50 times, I'm all set, you know?
Totally. Yes,
and are you guys like buddies?
Yeah, we're homies. We've been doing comedy for a couple years together.
He's a comic also?
Yeah. So we've both been doing it about 3 years, and I used to do, before I did stand-up, I like you did improv. I did improv for about 2 years, and I love improv. I think every stand-up should do some improv, because like it teaches hosting and riffing and a lot of real skills.
You know, when you're operating outside of what you rehearsed, there's some people that do not like. I've heard Tom Segura as an example. If you sit anywhere in the first couple rows and you have like a snort or like something that could throw him off, they move you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he can't. He is such a timing guy. Everything is down to the second.
Yeah.
He can't take a disruption.
It's fascinating. I didn't think somebody that far along would be that disruptive.
But I don't think it's an evolution. I think it's a personality thing, right? So I don't think if you do it, because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Right? You could do something wrong for the rest of your life, and it's never perfect. You know what I mean? So if this is the way he set out to do it, it's never going to be different no matter how long he's been doing it, right? So he's been doing it his way, honing his craft.
So he's kind of right on some level, but it is interesting because it's like...
It's theatrical to him. It's very... And then other people are very sort of riffy, you know what I mean? Like Cat Williams will talk to you, or people will, will
so interesting. It's almost like we're doing slightly different versions of the same art form.
Right.
You know, because he's kind of closer to, in like the Old West times when you have a guy memorize like Henry V and the Emancipation Proclamation, and you just go town to town and just say those speeches. Yeah. That's basically Tom Segura, but just comedy.
Yeah.
And then Cat Williams.
Timing all of it set. Yeah.
Right. And then Cat Williams, he'll riff. He'll be like, look at that white motherfucker there. And he'll joke, he got a tight ass shirt under it.
It's pretty good.
Matt, right, the first time I headlined in Sebring, I was like, can I do an hour?
Yeah.
Right? And if Tom Segura would have saw my notes and how many times I recorded it, I would just hit record in my living room on my phone and just walk around and do it.
Yeah.
And try to pause. And then I look back at my phone and I go, 46 minutes. Fuck, like, how am I doing a fucking hour? And then I just put in quotes under that crowd work. Now, got you. A guy that needs the timing, like we were talking about with Tom Segura, he would go, what do you mean, 14 minutes?
14 minutes forever? I can't do that.
What are we saying there?
But improv guys like us,
we're just going to let that be a thing? Like, that would panic some comics.
That would.
Dude, Tom Segura as well, because he's the only comedian I know that has like done stand up in English and Spanish. Like I'm sure there's other ones, but he like literally like made it a thing to the point where he learned Spanish to the point of, like he dreamt in Spanish.
He's probably the biggest.
Do you know what I mean?
His mom's Peruvian.
It's just a wild thing to comprehend to me.
Yeah, and he even said that he's like, they want to meet you where you are. He goes, because it's my Spanish isn't perfect, and there's so many different dialects of Spanish. But he's like, you have to do it good enough that they got it.
Well, there's no way you could talk Spanish and or speak Spanish and just be like a novice even, and then understand like even in the English language like words like skibbity, you know what I'm saying, or like you know what I mean, like that's those are just like real hardcore. They're not. I mean, I guess they're like slang words, but it's just like a different culture. That's
it's almost like writing a new
like,
set.
Yeah,
similar.
Yeah, well, it's just like a language
Yeah.
transfer 3 times down that you're only getting when you're learning the base language. So you could never. But to be able to do stand-up in different languages is wild to me. That's my own point.
All right, that right there was a snippet from today's autopsy, Mr. Jimmy Kopteros, and a toe dip into the pool of controlled chaos. If you're listening to this introduction, you already know what a hilariously messy situation we just survived. We call this Comedy Corner podcast because we're not here just to examine jokes. We're here to declare them either dead on arrival or a certified killer. And speaking of a certified killer, we just finished an autopsy on the mind of a comedian who truly embodies the grit and grind of the Tampa Bay comedy scene. This man is a veteran who didn't just walk into a pristine club. He cut his teeth in the trenches, hustling those hard-earned laughs at every bar, brewery, and slightly sticky venue in the area. He's a Tampa staple, one of the comics who keeps the local circuit thriving. Whether he's hosting a raucous night at the Tarpon Tap Room or dealing with the toughest crowd imaginable, the leash tuggers at the Bark Bar. He recently braved the infamous bucket pull on Kill Tony podcast, and trust me, making it out of that is tougher than getting a clean toxology report. So, he's honest, awkward, unfiltered, and judging by the state of my mixing board, he just toe-tagged the foot in his mouth and your ass for our collective entertainment. So buckle up, rewind your feeds, and prepare yourself for the beautiful disaster that is the comedy of the man, the legend, and the absolutely hilarious Jimmy Kopteros.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Comedy Coroner.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Just be like, I promise it's pretty funny.
If you like this,
Alrighty, so we have got a real treat for you guys today. We have got the Jimmy Kopteros. He has performed in Las Vegas. He was on the #1 rated comedy podcast in the world, Kill Tony, last month. He also just filmed his first comedy special for YouTube. He's a regular host and feature at both Snappers Palm Harbor and Snappers Fort Myers.
Hell yeah.
And he runs 2 shows a month, which I featured at. It's a great room, where he puts on and pays showcasing local comics. And he did all this in his first 2 years as a comedian. Give it up for Jimmy Kopteros.
I got one job. I'm on the button, guy.
He knows it's wrong.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for
Glad to have
me.
you, dude.
I appreciate it.
Excited to have you.
It was a little nerve-wracking, honestly. You pull up to somebody's living room and then
Yeah.
kids and dogs come out and you're like, what's going to happen? I saw a story that ended not so good.
It's like, I've saw too many of these chest cam videos from Florida, dude.
I watch all those like documentaries.
It's like, is this a squatter situation? Like, what's...
Who's going to be big enough to wear my skin? You're like, what the hell is this going to play out? Yeah.
Well, I got scared pulling up to the Hot Tains address. There's like a rusted car in the front, and I was like, they're going to kill my Jewish ass. Like, I better be at the
Did you go to the main door too and then get reprimanded by...
I think I parked,
by the woman of the
I
house?
parked in the road, and I was like, they were like, pull into the drive. And I was like, I'm sorry.
And I don't know what's worse. Like,
I went around the front and knocked, and then the lady saw me, and then just went. She didn't even tell me. She went and told them I was here, and then they texted me and was like, "Come around the side."
In the sheets.
She didn't
like
even.
in the room
She wanted anything to do with me.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
which is
fine.
weird. So you voluntarily went to a place with the word taints in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's so dumb. And then I go, wait, I voluntarily came to a place with coroner in it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, who titles these things? It's crazy.
We smoked the same DMT.
Yeah. Man, tell this.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of
First of all,
course.
this is super cool.
Hell yeah.
Awesome,
I
man.
love it, man. I love what you guys are doing, showcasing comics and giving them kind of an extra mic when we're not just having to be funny. Right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Just
You
casually.
can't get out your personality in 5 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Like that's why we like to do long format.
Yeah,
Talk
really
to
get know
talk
the
to people,
comedians,
and we only put people on that we think are funny. So
Or that pay. You know.
Yeah,
Yes.
or they said hook me
well, you
up.
didn't give us anything, so we obviously think you're funny,
That's
dude.
true, right,
You
right.
got me a show, so yeah, you know.
Now I owe Levi.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
this
small
is-
print. So
Yeah. No,
This is
no.
that is the Jewish
Yeah,
small
you
print,
know,
dude.
had me on the pod, so figure out something else.
No, it's awesome. I
So-
appreciate it.
You just had a special. You also run a room up in Safety Harbor, right? That was the really great pet cafe that we were at.
Yeah, one in Safety Harbor, one in Tarpon. Yeah.
Well, so you've got two rooms. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I just read that off the intro. Jesus Christ, stop smoking weed, Jake.
That's okay. That was so many seconds ago, Jacob. That's not good.
Yeah, that was like 100 seconds.
He was doing those during the last one, dude. He's like
ripping
stepping
down
off to the
bars.
side, hitting gravities.
I don't even know what that is, but yeah. That's,
Just the
that's-
crack of weed.
It- It does look like there should be a double wide trailer involved with that.
Yeah. Like
You can also make meth out
a
of it.
crushed Coke can or, yeah, like there's some, like an empty Fritos bag next to it.
That's how you smoke in college. You just make.
Oh, that's just a
Like
jail
sack
brush. The
garbage.
empty Fritos bag is a jail brush. That's
Bill Nye would love what you've done, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
so
dude.
creative.
He'd be so proud of you.
I'm the science guy.
So I learned you guys have been comics for 3 years.
Hell
Is
yeah.
that right? Cool.
about
So
3.
we're
It'll be 3 at the end of this year.
Yeah,
all kind of new, relatively speaking, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear the different varying levels of not just where we are, but the routes we're taking, right?
Well, I sort of heard your story. You said you're only like 2. Tell us about how you got in.
2 years, yeah. So I took an improv course almost 3 years ago. I took a 1 year improv course. I didn't have any like burning desire to be an improv. Honestly, I was looking for comedy schools. I'm just naive, and it's like I didn't know there wasn't like a school. I found some online stuff, but I found a venue that did in-person improv, and I go, well, at least I'll be on a stage, and at least I'll be funny. And that was the knowledge I had of improv and my interest.
Did you have any fear of performing in front of people before you took the improv class, or is that something that you were trying to conquer then?
No, so public. That was like my one gift, like the
Okay.
one thing I brought.
I can see that, dude. You project hard, dude.
Earlier, we were talking, like my friends, I was that kid in the group, my buddies, like, you're so funny, you should be a comic.
Yeah.
They should never have said that. They should have said how witty I was, right? Because to say you're funny, you should be a comic.
Yeah, I
It's
got.
like, you're so funny, you could probably sit in a room with a pen and a paper and write down jokes with no one around. Like, it didn't
Those are
help
two different
that.
types.
Doesn't work like that
But being
either,
a
though.
public, I was a public speaker for 7 years in front of hundreds of people. So
Okay.
even when comics would come see me when I was brand new, they would go, keep working on your stuff, but I definitely see that you're comfortable up there. So I think I was able to get rid of one of the most innate hurdles that we probably all have, because you can't really fast forward that process. Like, you can just be gifted out of the gate with joke writing, or you might be super funny in a character, but it does take reps. Like, I don't think there's a fast
There's
forward
no-
button.
We talk about that a
to
lot on this
comfortability,
podcast. How
yeah.
there's 3 types of comedians. There's one comedian that has figured both of those things out. There's another type that can write jokes. There's another type that feels good on the stage. And if you
Yeah.
aren't any one of those 3, then you got to work on all of those 3 things. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could write jokes. I had to learn how to tell them, though. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Like I have a
Timing.
repertoire of jokes. I only have this many jokes that I can tell on stage because I've learned how to tell the jokes. And I think that's, I didn't have any public speaking background either.
Right.
I think that helps you a lot. So,
I couldn't imagine.
you know,
Yeah.
I've learned how to speak. Like now, dude, you know what I mean? I'll go speak in front of 1,000 people. It's no big deal. You know what I mean?
Isn't that
But
weird?
before I
It
was
starts
like
out and it's like I'm
scared to
gonna
death
die,
of it.
anxiety.
Yeah.
And then before you know, it's like, when can I do this again? It's like heroin.
I think the switch hits as soon as you're up there and you're scared to death. You tell one joke that gets a laugh, then it's like a momentum shift, like in a football game almost. You know what I mean? Like a turnover, and you're like, okay, I can do this. I can actually.
I think like aren't some of the most powerful moments in our life, not literally sometimes, but figuratively or maybe literally, right when we feel like we're going to die.
Oh.
Again, it doesn't have to be literally, but it could be bungee jumping, it could be whatever. But some of the most amazing feelings that we have are when we go, I can't even believe I'm about to do this. And then you do it, and 100%. You go, when can we do it again? You know what I mean? So if you can get over that hurdle, you show yourself a lot of who you are. And we don't always get the day-to-day show ourselves what
you're
we're
100%
made of.
right.
You know what I mean? What our skin is. And So
like all the crux of my material that I do now was written after one bad night I had at McCurdy's. I went home, took a bunch of mushrooms, cried for like 6 hours, like you're a fucking loser, blah blah blah,
so
and then woke up and then wrote a bunch.
Let's try.
You're right. Yeah. No, seriously, this is all true. And then wrote a bunch of new jokes.
Hunter S. Thompson. So like that's how he thinks you're supposed to write stuff. Is you do a copious amount of drugs, and then you start writing.
You know who only says copious, by the way, in their whole life?
Jews?
People that do copious amounts of drugs. I've never heard the word copious used without amounts of drugs.
3 times in 30 seconds?
No one's like, I did a copious amount of Skittles last night. That's never a thing. Copious only goes with amount of drugs. That's one word.
And it's only if you survive through it. You never want to be like, he did a copious amount of drugs and overdose. Or you're like, no, he did too many drugs, overdose.
Yeah, and that's only the user's term, so they don't come. The police
copious
don't come and
equals
go,
heroes amount,
happened?
dude. You know what I mean?
Copious amount.
Heroes does. How do you feel about psychedelics?
I don't. So I'm like this weird. I've never tried a drug in my whole life. I've never smoked weed before. I've never
nicotine
tried anything. Yeah, I do.
I think you said on stage you've done an edible, and that's basically it.
Yeah,
I got gummies and squeeze.
And that wasn't true. So I do have a bit. So as I always say, I've never done a drug in my life. I went through cancer 3 years ago, and my brother bought me over a gummy. Like I was just going through it. And I did take a bite of it. This part aside from
cancer, there's probably a little bit of promethazine and codeine mixed in there. But
I took a bite of it, and like I felt pretty good that night.
Yeah.
And I go, okay. So the next night, I took another bite, threw up. I was so sick. So there's that. That's my full experience with drugs.
I've had a bunch of people that have been like, I took a gummy the first time, never felt anything. Next time I took it, had a panic attack. You know what I mean? And like, all right, well,
I wonder if you're
totally get
your
it.
mind going, okay, I'm ready. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And you might build up to some sort of anxious. I have no idea. I never did. So, I drink on occasion. I have a couple before I go up, and cigarettes has always probably been my vice. But never.
I miss cigarettes so much, dude.
I quit also.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes I just dream. Have you ever had a dream about a cigarette? And you're like, oh fuck, I want one.
I've had dreams about cigarettes while I'm like diving through Oxycontin pills, like Scrooge.
How long is this? How did I get cigarettes? I was going through copious amounts of cigarettes.
Copious amounts of them.
It's going to be the key word of the. And I never did it, but I don't. It just wasn't in my, like I never was in a spot where like I took the joint from someone and gave it to someone. It was just never, I was an athlete growing up. I was a basketball player. I was a boxer for 13 years. So I was always like in the gym, always like, so I just always like pretty clean. Like when I was younger, I always ate pretty healthy.
No steroids?
Way early. No steroids.
Nice.
I got these man boobs on my own.
No shortcuts.
The dudes I work with every day are like, hey man, you want to get on this testosterone? I'm like, no dude, I literally had to drive you to the emergency room because you had a watermelon sticking out of your ass because you missed your whatever, your inch and a half little shot, dude.
If you saw me in high school, how tall are you?
I'm like,
and I'm already too angry.
I lie about being 6 foot. I'm 5'11".
Okay, what do you weigh?
I'm 160.
So I graduated high school 6'3", 168.
Dang.
So I was 4 inches taller than you and about 5 pounds. I was like,
you
didn't play football?
No.
You played basketball and wrestling?
I was boxer.
Boxer.
No.
So you're a welter then?
So I was long. I was much younger.
Oh, that way.
So like I'd be a welterweight in life now.
Right.
But I think I was middleweight and even a light middleweight for a good.
Oh, okay.
So I started when I was like 6 till I was like 16 or 17.
That's what I did with Taekwondo. I did Taekwondo from 6 to 17.
All right.
It's so important to have martial arts when you.
What's your highest Taekwondo achievement?
I went to nationals.
What's your highest boxing achievement?
Ironically, it wasn't me in one of my fights. So if you remember the Rocky Balboa movie.
Of course.
Yeah,
when he fought Mason the Line Dixon, which was Antonio Tarver.
Yeah.
That was his comeback after all this stuff. I sparred with Antonio Tarver in his training to fight Bernard Hopkins. So as
Tarver's
he's filming
a big
Rocky
name,
Balboa in Tampa, he was flying out to LA and filming Rocky Balboa.
Oh, that's it.
So he was back and forth. I mean, his trainer was Angelo Dundee, who was Ali's trainer. Like, I was in the ring. I was helping him train for that. It was the
Where did you move? Are you from here? Where did you move from? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I hate you.
Today was a weird. I hated myself today. I'm watching the Bucks versus the Eagles today, and I'm like, I don't even know. So here's what happened. I'm at my house on the couch cheering for the Bucks while I'm in a football pool, and I bet money on the Eagles. So that's what my life looked like today. So I won the money.
It's a smart hedge, though.
My heart hurts. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, you're cheering. Well, how could you cheer on the Bucks, but you don't think they're going to win? And I go, well, my money isn't on the Bucks. You know what I mean? Like, my heart's on the Bucks. My money's on the Eagles. So that ended up being worth it. But, you know, it is weird, the cigarette thing. When I was younger, it was like, oh, my God, you smoke weed. That was like a weird thing. That was like the darker kids and the trench coats and stuff did that. The rocker guys, and we didn't. And now,
what year did you graduate high school?
94.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I was born in the mid-76, grew up my heart and my childhood was early mid-80s. And now you jump ahead as a single guy on dating apps, I'll see absolutely no cigarettes, 420 friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
so wild,
girls
dude.
are totally cool with weed now. You're not smoking a cigarette, we're out.
Right. It's such a
So it's
weird how
interesting,
it's pivoted. Society is like a pendulum, right? It just swings around. It's very interesting. So, hey, I know a little bit about your Kiltony experience. The viewers don't. Do you want to talk about that at all? What that was like?
It was my third time going up there.
How?
I say going up, flying up to Austin.
Okay.
Yes, the experience, you stand in line in front of, there's a few opportunities to get into the mothership. So when you get there about 5:30 p.m. on Monday, you stand in a line. Usually it's the same audience. So about 250 comics are in line.
Yeah.
What this line is for is the mothership has an open mic to prep the Kill Tony audience.
Wow.
So you actually have an opportunity. Yeah. So you stand in line. They take.
I've never heard that.
They take 15 guys. So if you see Kill Tony is filmed from 8:30 to 10:30, but the mothership in that arena, that audience group opens at 7:30. So there's room for like an hour, hour and a half for some comics to come in and do some open mic stuff. So that's the first line I got in, right? So I sign up, and then you kind of wait, and they somebody comes out and posts literally like a piece of paper on the wall, and it shows the 15 names. And for my third time, I go, I didn't make that. And then I go into Shakespeare's, which is the bar next door. So that's kind of the holding area. They got a table set up. You give me your ID. Now we're signing up for Kill Tony, right? Sure. So I get all signed up. We're waiting in the bar, and it's crazy because like the music's bumping, and you're in a bar. I mean, you're having an awesome time. And then the doors open, and it reminds you of like the Wild West saloon doors open, like immediately.
So it's connected
stops.
In the back.
It's like the back alley, and they come up the back. You see a guy come in the back door with a headset on. The music stops. He says a name, and you're going with him. And
can I ask you when? Can I stop you real quick? And ask you, how legit is the bucket full though?
It's 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I had heard people.
That's all I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that it was legit.
Yeah, it's legit.
So one person did ask me, did they call me? So I think what some people might think is that you do get drawn from the bucket, but then they like.
Do they let you know before you go up?
No.
No. So you just stand in line and then.
This story I'm telling you.
See, that makes it so.
I'm in this bar drinking, and we're having a great time, and the doors open for the third time because I just heard the first two names go, and I watched them take him out, and he's gone. And then the guy comes back in 10 minutes later, whatever that is, says another name, and it was mine. And I'm there with Gordon Dixon. And I don't know if you saw the Tampa Bay comedy page or whatever, but the whole Gordon Dixon thing. So I'll
Gordon
explain
Dixon
that
country.
Gordon Dixon country, yeah. Shout out again.
Yeah, we've been following a little bit.
Yeah.
You're a local legend.
It went well for me. Yeah,
just a little bit. Dude.
Legend's subjective, but yeah.
You're on comedy TMZ.
I was. So anyway, they call my name. So I'll jump to the Gordon Dixon story real quick.
Okay.
So I'm in Austin. I don't know anyone. I go to sign up for the open mic at the mothership. I don't get on. I walk into Shakespeare's. There's Gordon Dixon. Imagine you see you're 1,000 miles from home. You see someone you know.
Yeah,
and I go, dude, we
Yeah.
dapped it up. We hugged it out. We do a shot together. I find out it's his birthday.
Holy shit.
Now we're at it, right? Dude, it's so awesome. My birthday. Boom. We take pictures with Heath Cordes was in there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So me, Heath, and Gordon were taking pictures. And Gordon clocks out early. We go upstairs. He signs up too. And we're like arm in arm when they walk in. Like, and he was like, dude, they called you. So I have some drinks. I have a few shots in me. I see someone that I know in a place that I know no one. It's his birthday, all the love.
Feeling
and then
good,
I get up
dude.
there and go, I love Gordon Dixon. You know what I mean? So it's just like I was just feeling all of the stuff. But so I can recant that they come and they say my name. He's like, dude, you're on. So the guy takes me, watch the whole thing. We go out the back door, watch your step. Okay, you ever been on Kill Tony before? Now we're in the alley. I go, no, never been on before. He goes, all right, this guy right here, and he has like a rubber Tupperware like at the airport. And he's like, put all your stuff in the pockets. I put all this stuff in the Tupperware. I go up this back stairwell, stand on this red X. Now I hear the show in front of me. The curtain's like about 5 feet to my right. And I look to my right. If you know the show, I see Heidi standing there with who's the blind bass player, the leader of the band.
Red Band?
No,
No.
the band.
Oh, shit.
That BB King looking guy. I forgot. his
It's like Thundercat type dude.
Blind B King is.
Yeah. So they're like waiting to go back in. I'm standing here. I hear the guy in front of me. So I'm trying to like calm myself down to stop thinking of my 1 minute. I look to my left real quick and do a double take. And Hans Kim just came out of nowhere. And he's standing right next to me. I go, you're Hans Kim. Like I'm already freaking out. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you nervous? And I go, yeah. And he's like, you're going to do great. Just
Wow.
as the guy in
Hell yeah, dude.
front in the interview, Tony goes, tell us something interesting about you. And he goes, I just did 12 years in prison for robbing a grocery store. No joke. I look at Hans Kim and hit him. And I go, I thought you said I was going to do great. And he goes, I didn't know that guy was going to say that. So it's because for me, I was worried about the interview. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I got a good minute. I'm scared to death of the interview. So they move me in front of the curtain. Okay, don't touch the curtain. We'll open it. We'll open it on your way back. Don't touch the comics, which I thought was weird. Don't
That wasn't going
Deal
to
breaker.
the
That's a
somebody
fucking
must be
deal
up there
breaker for me.
touching comics. Yeah, so don't touch the comics.
Please do not molest the comics,
And
dude.
don't interrupt them. So even if they interrupt you, let them. This is their show. Okay, you ready? And they open it. Now I say to myself, go right to the mic stand. The guy told me put the mic stand to the right because our cameras are on the left. I go right to the mic stand. And I don't look at, purposely, I don't look at Tony. I don't even know who the panelists are, like, as I approach the mic. And that's why, this is arguable, I feel like my minute went fairly well. I went out there, I said, Austin, what's up? They were receptive. And I go a little bit about me. Up until 12 years ago, I was the general manager of a grocery store. You know what I mean? I pointed to that guy. And it got like a laugh. I did my minute. And then I look over. And it was like whatever your favorite show. It would be like walking onto the set of Seinfeld and going,
Jake.
that's the door that Kramer runs
Right.
into. And that's where Jerry, like I look over Red Band and Tony's cigarettes are burning in the ashtray. Immediately I see Duncan Trussell, Ian, and I go,
Ian Fidance was on that one too.
yeah, Duncan, Ian. And I was
Duncan.
like,
That was a good panel.
Hell yeah, dude.
and I just was so nervous. I didn't make it easy for Tony to kind of
Ian's
dance with me.
the closet gay guy with the mustache, right?
That's
Yeah,
right. That's him.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I think I was just trying to be funny at every opportunity. Like there was one or two moments where he was like, "Okay, Jimmy, just answer the question." You know what I mean? So I just immediately when I got back to my hotel room that night, I booked my next 3. Felt like I'm going back.
Do you ever feel like sometimes they get mad at you for having a good response to their question?
They don't want you to be too
So
funny.
you because you like stalwart their comeback to it.
I
You
mean,
know
I
what I mean?
certainly think there's an underlining element.
Well, that's why they tell you
Poke out,
not to talk over them when they. I just talked over you. I'm the
you're
worst,
never
dude.
gonna
I'm
make
sorry.
it. You'll tell me this
Yeah.
time.
I hope I don't have to. I hope that this will be enough to.
It won't. There's
Well,
a
I didn't-
lot.
I didn't know.
It won't.
I didn't know there was such a thing about it. I didn't know. And I think the irony to me is I thought when the show aired 2 weeks later, I'm sitting in front of my TV, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, we all know if you do something big, don't look at the comments.
Yeah.
It's got 4 million views. I'm looking at all the comments.
I wrote a
was
nice
mentioned-
comment. I thought you did good.
I was mentioned about 27 times of the 1,000 like I didn't count everybody. of the thousands, and they were all receptive. And I was like, this is pretty awesome for my first time ever doing anything like that, being a comic less than 2 years. So proud
Hell
of
yeah,
myself.
dude.
Yeah.
But then I come back to my own community, and I'm completely trapped.
That's
You know
my
what I mean?
that's my
And I
next
was just
question.
like,
Tampa
whoa.
So-
Bay comedy, that chat is
That isn't the
toxic, man.
only comedy beef that we have going on.
There's a
Do,
lot
do
of
we
them.
want to address the other one?
Me,
No.
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
never
There's
mind.
another comedy.
No, you don't have another one, dude.
No, I
It's
was
the same thing.
okay. That's the same one.
With me and someone?
Yeah, I was saying Davis. That's the guy. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like,
he was cool.
really
I
good
definitely
shit.
he turned out being cool. Like
Yeah.
I definitely, when we got into the story, I definitely didn't want to like bring anyone's names into it or anything like that. But he and I had a moment face to face, and it all like went great. And he, at the end of the day, we're people, right? And we're
Yeah.
gonna cross each other's paths.
Yeah.
And so the hardest thing for me, I think, is I didn't know almost anyone that was having not so positive responses to my efforts, right? And so that part seemingly makes it easy to dismiss, right? Like, I don't even know who this person is. Why would I care? But it's also like, I don't even know who this person is. Why do they care? You know what I mean? So like, why are they?
No, 100%. Jacob and I. The only reason
He's
I
a nice
asked.
kid. No, if
I don't-
if
I'm
you
not
watch
trying
him, I
to-
have no problems.
I'm not
with
trying to
him.
cause any problems. The only reason I ask is Jacob and I, we both experienced similar issues where like we've been friends with comedians, and all of a sudden, it's not like we did anything to them, but they're like mad at what we've done. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's weird, dude.
and I just want to be happy for any other comedian around here, dude, because that's only going to do better for me.
Also,
You know what I mean? If any comedian that I have in this podcast goes and does big, you know,
that's good
I would-
for
I
us.
would
Like,
not
I
want-
had him on the pod before it blew up.
Yeah.
We get 10 million views on that episode. You know, people
So-
are stupid.
I
it's
think
just
we
it's
are,
just
like,
wild, like the middle school behavior that goes on.
We are the company we keep. I did have some conversation because here's the
You're
thing.
right about that. Though.
Here's the
You're
thing
right.
about that page is, however you feel about it, my perception is that it's a very free-flowing page for feedback, whether you like it or not. I'll use feedback, right? But all of the people that spoke kindly to me all did it through my DMs. So it kind of tells me that this isn't really a platform that you can.
Oh,
really
that's
jump
like
in and
that.
support.
I'm
I
voting.
texted you.
That's
I
like
said-
that. I'm
literally-
voting for Trump shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Levi, how we met is I was disgusted by people just dogpiling on you for
He didn't
going
even know
on
me.
Kill
He
Tony.
reached out to me.
And I
He
just
didn't know
went
who I
like,
was.
on a human level, fuck those people. I watched your minute. I thought it was funny. Fuck them.
It was
Like,
really
Yeah.
cool of
Yeah.
him. Like,
Thanks, man.
because it takes that much effort. Like, so he looks like a really nice guy for doing that, and he is, right? But it
Thanks.
took the same amount of effort to talk shit as it did
Yeah.
to go, hey man, good luck in whatever the
Well,
fuck you're trying to do.
I think-
you know what I mean? Like,
maybe
As if
everyone
I could do better in
didn't
a
watch it.
60-second
They just
thing
saw
and
you
then the
on it and
funniest
had a
panels.
reaction
I'd like
too.
to see their minute.
There's a
It's
lot of those
hard.
people
It's
that
really hard.
and we get this shit with our podcast, dude. A lot of people automatically go, you didn't watch the podcast, so you have no
Also,
idea
show
what's
me your
going on with it.
podcast.
Yeah.
If they done Kill Tony, it's really fucking difficult.
When's the last time you were on the radio? When's the
Yeah.
last time you had a showcase of Side Splitters? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get it. Like, so my journey.
but we don't ever try to pull that shit out. Like but we could.
Starting
You know what
with
I
that improv thing. So I do think this plays in. So graduating from the improv school, reaching out to some students. I create an LLC. I create a business. I reach out to a handful of students. I go out to dinner and drinks with them, and I go, hey guys, this is what I want to do. I recognize you guys as some of the standout members of the class that we all went through. If you want to keep doing this, I've created a business. I've named it. I've trademarked it. I'll go to bars, clubs, venues, comedy. Don't worry about where we're performing. Leave that up to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And within 2 months, we were doing 7 or 8 shows a month.
Holy shit.
I
Love
was
that.
charging
Love
for
that,
each of
dude.
those shows.
Yeah.
So I've never done stand-up comedy before. I'm getting about $250 for a 90-minute improv show.
That's solid. Yeah.
And I would host it. So I would go up and go, you guys ready for an awesome night or whatever the hell I would say. And then after a few shows, I go, you guys want to hear a joke? You know what I mean? And then you guys want to hear 5 minutes worth of jokes? And then I could do 10 minutes and then I could do 15. And I was paid the entire time. Like I never did an open mic. So that's where I think it all ties in.
It's
My
almost like a
journey-
developmental deal. You know what I mean? So you get
so
you
many
get paid
people
to
had
work on
me.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people had to grind
Like,
it open
you're
mics.
working on set of the movie instead of going to
Yeah.
acting school.
Yeah.
Now I can understand how that could not be received so well from
That's cool.
people that are grinding, right? Because I'm still grinding,
Mhm.
just not in the same space. And so the example I gave is if you're like Zach Brown band or something. You're driving the roads and you're fixing flats at 2 a.m. and you're playing in honky tonks for 4 people. And then Justin Bieber puts out a video and gets 400 million views, and Usher goes, "Get me that kid," and he skipped the whole road. He skipped the whole journey. Now that is certainly not a comparison to me.
You also skipped Puff Daddy there, but go ahead.
I think skip lotion, but I do think there was an element of like, because I've not befriended a ton of people in the community, I also don't have a lot of like allies, but
you think it was gatekeeping why people dogpiled so much?
I just think it's easy to talk about someone that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like most people, like I've had people, Anthony Rowe, so I don't want to shout out anyone that was negative, but Anthony Rowe was amazing. You were amazing. Stefano was amazing to me. Like there's just some people that were like, reaching out and being like, dude,
Stefano's a good guy.
I love him. Just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing.
Can I do it?
And the company we keep is just like, that's not better or for worse. I'm just saying, surround yourself with people that are on your same or similar path.
That's right.
Because they want to be where you are and your trajectory looks similar.
Yeah.
But when you start mixing it up with people that have a different view of what success looks like and how you get there, that's when you get this dude doesn't even know what he's doing because I'm doing something different, or you don't know what you're doing because you're radical.
And it's a lateral path. It's not like you're doing something that's fucking.
I think the only thing I'm picking up here is I need to get into beef with a Tampa comedian because I'm the only one here that's not in
You
one.
have no Tampa beef. Just get your shit together.
Everyone's doing it, bro.
I know, dude. I'm just out here trying to make friends with everyone.
Dude, I was in copious amounts of beef.
Let's go, dude.
Holy shit, that callback is awesome. Oh my god.
Copious. I love Tampa Bay. I love Tampa Bay comics. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my thing, man. That's all.
Right? That's the thing. We're all just trying to do our shit, and it's like, it is weird when like our job supposedly is to make people laugh, and so often people will let ego or like, I've had people, I think, just they see how young I am and they kind of want me to be like, you didn't check in with me, you know, I'm going to gatekeep you. It's like, all right, but like, you don't know that I've been doing it 3 years. You just see a guy in his 20s and you're like, well, this is the first time I've seen him. He just started. It's like, come on. There's definitely had people hit me with how long have you been doing it.
Staying with that same lane, can I play a video for us?
Oh yeah, put a little clip.
Video time.
It's a Tampa legend, dude.
Oh shit.
And we've all been on this show too. So
you have a clip of Gordon Dixon?
Hell yes, dude. You're on fire.
Don't do that, dude.
I hope you actually hit your head. No, we don't eat weird shit.
Okay.
No, we just.
John told me that would be off the table. So.
Yeah,
no, I don't eat
Holy shit!
A kid's bow and arrow.
There's weapons.
Yeah, there's weapons. That's for you
the
to play with.
FCC would not be a fan of this.
Oh, don't
No.
I'm bleeding.
No, you're good. I don't think it's bleeding.
Have you ever like scratched yourself and then not realized it, and then later you look down and you're bleeding like you were mauled?
Oh yeah.
That's what happened. And then
it works a lot better with a little bit of weed.
Like, boogie nights thing going, like, where's your kid in a diaper throwing up snappings on the floor? I'm like, get me out of here, bro.
The Alfred Molina scene.
That was
Holy
a good
shit.
like, come back and now I'm the only one with a gun. Like, so now it looks like after the video, I'm the only guy.
Set up work.
Mister, we just want to get out of here, please.
What?
Nerf gun. Either do drugs or don't, but again, you are the company you keep. So if you're going to have a Nerf gun battle with other adults, it's wild. There is some of that goes on. I think it's like, what's funny is if we all agree, and all of us agree, comedy is subjective. Everyone, no matter where you're from, no matter what kind of comedy you are, we all agree comedy is subjective. Sure. So why is the journey in comedy not have an element of subjection to it? Like,
it should.
There's not one way to make somebody laugh, and there's not one way to find a way.
Can I tell you my path real quick? I was like a white rapper for a long time, like probably 20 years, dude.
Wow.
And then, but I always like own my own business. I was always, doing shit. Like you said, LLC. I'm on LLC.
Yeah.
I have for a long time. Like I've always, done that to subsidize like whatever artistic shit that I wanted to do. So I was helping my buddy trim a tree. He dropped like a 300-pound log on my head, knocked me out.
And then it hit you.
I woke up in the emergency room writing jokes, dude. That's literally how I had CTE jokes, dude.
Wow. That's so cool.
But I'm being completely honest. Like that's literally the day I started writing jokes was the day I woke up in the hospital after the brain trauma. That doesn't sound as good as it did in my head.
Sometimes it's a light bulb. Sometimes it's a full
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it might have activated a part of my You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simon Says, dude, oh, that part
Or
works
it's
now.
like Scooby-Doo or something. Like if we hit him again, it'll undo it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Scoob.
Like, you can't fix it until you hit him again.
Sorry.
He's just a dog after that. He's just
That would be funny. I just walked on all fours and
Yeah. We did
still
too
telling
much.
jokes, dude.
That's wild.
Carson, can you lower the mic down?
We're gonna go on the run. Yikes, Scoob.
Yikes. Zoinks.
Velma,
So
Jenkins.
great.
Zoinks. Have you guys seen the Velma porn?
I'm not gonna.
Come on, dude.
Is it cartoon?
It's a chick dressed up as Velma.
It's not cartoon. Is it cartoon?
No, it's real life. It's LARP porn, dude.
It's a real
Okay.
chick.
It's live action role
I
porn.
may have watched cartoon
Yeah.
stuff before. Like the whole Mystery Machine was rocking.
Really.
Who would have knew she
And
was
it's
in the
in-
anal, dude? I
And
mean,
it's in
just
cartoon,
saying.
so it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Star Wars cartoon porn once when I was a kid. I was so into Star Wars. I was like, I just want to beat off to Padme like once. And couldn't get there, you know. And I feel like the Force was just not with me then.
So can I tell you what made me excited about being on this podcast?
Yeah.
So I asked Jacob to send me like a podcast so I can watch it, just to kind of understand like the theme of what happens, right?
Yeah.
And
I hope you actually hit your head. No, we don't eat weird shit.
no,
Okay.
I've never
No,
met him. I didn't know what he looked like. I just didn't know anything about him. So when the cameras go live, there's three of you sitting at a table. Now, it looked like it was coming from that end. So Jacob is sitting here. He looks like Adam Sandler and Little Nicky, just shoveling food in his mouth with his blue hair over his eyes. And then there's this well-dressed older gentleman sitting across from him. And I said, okay, I know Jacob, so he's running the podcast. And that older gentleman looks very established. He probably is also running the podcast. And then there's another guy with his hat backwards. He's probably the guest.
Yeah.
Now, 35 seconds into that, I see a lady come into picture, take a sip of his drink, kiss him on the mouth, and I go, I want to be on that fucking podcast. I just thought that's how guests got treated. And it took me a few minutes to realize he was also. And I was like, oh, shit, I thought you guys just invite people on. And then I'm like, here you go, girl. And so that's why I came, and it's never happened.
Sorry.
The girls never came. Like, what was that?
Hey, Batman, my girl's gonna kiss your girl. Batman.
The Rizzler.
What is that?
Gave a kiss and left, and I was like, I gotta get on that.
That's a
podcast.
great pod. Wow, that should be the promo for the pod. Just like
This one is- The Joker. The Jaker.
the Jaker.
You can't roll joints in here, Jaker. Like, I don't roll joints, Batman. I twist them. I'm
It's a
twisted.
tone, see?
So how do you guys like joke? Right, like so. If you have notes in your phone, you kind of like a one-word reminder. Do you
Yeah.
write long form, like
Words,
Anything
yes.
less than one line. Anything that won't
2 or 3 words?
come
4
over
words?
to the next line. Just one line. Some of them are one words. Some of them are you got to get these 3 words into this, like 3-sentence paragraph. You know
So
what I mean?
then do you allow yourself to sort of freelance?
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how you work out your really good jokes. Is you tell them, wait for a reaction, and then like sometimes the tags just come. Then you know what I mean, and then that ends up being like a canon part of your act.
Here's the reason I like the question, because I do it that way also. So I have 1 word, 2 word, 3 words here.
Yeah, that's exactly how mine
So
looks.
that's
too.
kind of
yeah.
yeah. It's just like it's a bunch of just boom, boom, boom.
But then I have another one that's like premises where I'm writing everything out 100%. I'm reading it.
I start
I read that much,
Yeah.
and then I take the 3 keywords, put them on
Once
the
I get
other
it
one. Yeah.
memorized, and I go to the
Yeah.
Now, I guess my question is, if the setup is sort of different every time, then like, and again, this is or I do it the same way as you do, so I'm not, how do we get like the perfect one? Because I know for me, with my improv background, is like I don't mind if that one went great. Like I can't always duplicate the exact same way that I do it. The more I tell it, the more it kind of lines up.
To me, it's like making
But
a clay
sometimes it's
vase, dude.
different.
You know what I mean? Like the first one, it's pretty good, but the more you keep making that same clay vase,
Yeah.
the better it's gonna get.
Oh, like a
Right.
pottery.
Do you know what I'm
one?
saying?
Yeah, number 20
Well,
look pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
And
it's
so,
are
like, the
you
more
type
times you
that
tell a
keeps
joke, the better it
doing
gets.
Or are you the type that every time you write down the new setting adjustments
No,
that you make? See, I don't do
I'm
that either.
I'm
I'm not
way less
technical like
peeled
that.
back.
Yeah.
I'm you know what I mean?
What
Like
about you? I'm not technical. Like I like to let it play at the feel of the room, the age of the group, like all of that stuff.
I
won't
like
he
curse,
he
I
seems
won't
like he
curse.
does sort of the same thing I do, where he tells and correct me if I'm wrong, but you tell your base jokes, and then
Shut
and
up,
like me,
Jacob. Tell us what Jacob does.
you plugged in tag. I've watched him like work this one set and turn it from a 5-minute set into a 10-minute set, and then a 10-minute set into a 15-minute set, just expanding on the tags and the callbacks in between them. Yeah. But I mean, I've watched that with you.
Yeah,
So.
you start with like 2 lines, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's funny. And then the audience is still laughing at your 2 lines. So next week you have 3 lines, and then you have 4, and you just keep adding tags in there. Before you know it, you're like, oh, I have 6 minutes about Italians. That's funny.
Yeah.
I used to just have
Or
1
you
Sopranos.
have 3 minutes about being the Joker when it started out as like an introductory joke.
Yeah,
and that's what took me out of improv. Was it's a very giving mentality in comedy, and I sort of wanted it. Like if I got a laugh, I wanted to stay in that space. And you're supposed to just kind of keep yes-ending and
you have to
giving
be a
it
good
back.
scene partner.
Yeah,
It's more fun
so
to do the solo
it's
sports
more like giving, and for me, like I just want to own it. So whether it goes well or not, I want to be solely in charge of that. Right?
Same.
I don't want to. That was going great, but
because you're a boxer. I did Taekwondo. We like the solo sports.
Yeah, I want all the glory and all the. And I'll take all the
I'll
take all the risk and all the blame too.
I feel that 100%.
Can I ask you 2 questions real quick?
We'll try one and we'll see how that goes.
Are you vaccinated?
No.
How many genders are there?
Fucking 2.
All right.
Hell yeah!
Well, cool.
Then
I can play the rest of these videos. That's so awesome.
Here's the funny thing, like, unless you're going to jump in, but
No, go ahead.
neither of those answers, and I don't want to like turn this into a political conversation. Neither of those answers align with me politically.
Wow.
So I'm the exact opposite of what you probably just thought I was with those answers. So I'm not vaccinated, but socially I'm
You
democratic.
hate science? That's all I was asking, dude.
And also I'm old too, right? So like the I think that when I say there's 2 genders, you can define yourself. I'm comfortable with however you define yourself.
Sure.
For me,
say whatever you want.
It's just simple about a man and a woman. But that doesn't mean that you can't identify as a man if you were born a woman. Like I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. But just don't tell me
you.
that men can have babies, dude. That's
They can't. Like,
You know what I mean?
They can't.
and that's it. Like I'm
So
okay with
weird,
you saying you're a man, but don't tell me that the other dude is a man or is a woman having a baby. You know what I mean? Like
I
that's
do this bit on stage where I say, at 49 years old now, just tell me what to call you and I'll call you that.
yes.
But if you say them or they, there better be some other motherfuckers with it. You know?
I remember you saying that. That's a
And
good
the bit
thing.
goes on, I kind
I
of piled
fucking
more.
love that, dude.
I kind of piled more from it. So now with the expansion of that is, I had a buddy, I had a barbecue a few weeks ago. I got a bunch of barbecue and coleslaw and potato salad. And my buddy calls me, he goes, hey, can I bring a friend with me? I go, yeah, man, absolutely. And I go, what's his name? And he goes, well, it's them, they. And I go, okay, cool, yeah, bring him.
So you need a +2? Is what you're saying?
So then I like get all this extra barbecue and coleslaw and stuff. I feel like, and he comes with his buddy, and I go, hey, where are them and they at? And he goes, he's right here. He identifies.
And he's vegan. He doesn't need any of that stuff.
He goes, he identifies
Or
as
she's-
them or they. And I
They're
go,
vegan. Sorry.
well, he better fucking like coleslaw because I got a lot of shit thinking them or they were coming. You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
So that's just kind of the way I play in that space.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world's ever changing. I try to keep up with it. I want to be respectful of what you want me to acknowledge you as, but I also just have to be able to get it through my thick skin too.
Okay.
You know, so-
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
I don't want to
But
offend anybody.
isn't it-
but also,
isn't it the
I don't
same-
Like crazy
and-
people too. There's,
Like I have a video that does this better than I can tell it.
Yeah. I am worried about like it's not cool to me that like if you say, hey, are we sure about who uses what bathroom? And if you just question that at all, you're immediately transphobic. It's like, no, there are people who are really worried about assault and stuff. And like, you don't know. I don't know.
I guess I see a couple sides, right? Like in the theory of it, like a man born a man in a dress because they identify as a woman going into the bathroom with an 8-year-old girl that's in there. Right? Like, so just on the premise of that, that's going to bring up a lot of emotions for all of us, right? And then the other side of the argument was if you are that man that now identifies as a woman, on what planet do we make the leap from that to a pedophile?
That's fair too.
Right, so I can see, but why is the argument that like, oh no, this man that thinks or now identifies as a woman wants to touch an 8-year-old girl?
It's not necessarily.
I'm okay
so
with.
I can see how you can be insulted with that leap if you are that person.
Sure.
But also on its premise, I start shaking. I go, why? He's a man. He's dressed as an 8-year-old. Yeah. So like, I can also see how that could panic you initially. Yeah. But there's so many layers to it, man. It's hard to.
One of the layers is the people that are in that category. They want to soften the blow for everyone, and they want to change the name from pedophiles to minor attracted persons, and shit like that, like the the gymnastics that you have to do.
Thing?
Minor attracted person. It'll be like people who like 12 to 17.
But they don't. But allegedly they don't act on it. You know what I mean? It's just like it's like the that show on TLC. What was it? What the hell?
Pray the gay away. They think they can pray the pedophile away. And it's like, that's not how that works.
They weren't gay. They were just attracted to men. Like that was like the whole
same-sex attraction.
SAS. That's right.
And so MAPS is the pedophile equivalent to that. It's like, no, those are not equivalent.
We're just like, no, this is what we are, but we just don't act on it. I'm like, wow, the cameras are on, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
It is ironic that the church is saying that you could pray away the pedophile.
Well, they've been doing that for years. I mean,
it's weird.
I mean, the Catholic Church was built on buying your penance, dude.
Yeah, I used to make jokes about the Catholic
penance. I don't think they bought any of the penises, dude. I think they got those for free. Those are.
I make jokes about the Catholic Church sometimes, and whenever people get mad, my thing is, well, then like they should I'll stop when they stop. You know, like I don't feel like what I'm doing is more harmful than what they're doing. You know?
I feel like how we have to be careful. If you see like a big time comic that I would argue, I would use the word crossed over, right?
Sure.
Like they're on Netflix. Dave Chappelle can say whatever he wants about transgender people.
Sure.
Why? Because he has 20 million fans and he just alienated 700,000 of them. So now he only has 19 million and 300,000 fans, right? Like, but when we're coming up and I see a lot of these like angry comedian, these grunge, like that, like want to get out their thoughts. At the end of the day, like I'm not saying you can't make it that way because that would be against what I said earlier about all of our different ways. Yeah. But what I think is that you should kind of want to appeal to the most broadest of audience while you're trying to become who you're going to become.
I agree with that.
100%.
Because everyone that like has a stage, like I don't think Hitler started out telling everyone he hates you. Well, like you got to get yourself to a platform that now you can appeal your agenda. You know what I mean? Like, so you do have to like kind of build a firm foundation to stand on. And now you have people that want to hear what your real thoughts are, right? But you watch a lot of guys on Netflix or some controversial comics. I saw Tom Segura did a bit about being in the shower with his son or whatever. And his son's like, Dad, yours is so big. And he's like, that's because mine's hard, buddy. You know what I mean? And then he goes, I could get yours hard too. And he started going like that on his new special. No, you can't open mic that. You can't like do that at Snappers or whatever. You know what I mean? If you've been a comic for 3 years, you're never coming back here again.
Doing that at Snappers is funny in title.
You got to get yourself to a place, I think.
You got to get yourself to
you can have
a sort of untouchable spot because you have enough people on your.
Find a way to soften these sharp edges, and you can deliver some of that.
I mean, that's I tell a lot of abrasive jokes. A lot of mine are like, if you heard them by themselves, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But the way that it all flows together, you know what I mean? It's literally just a diatribe of like an angry middle-aged white guy. You know what I mean? Like, once you listen to all of it. But if you take the jokes individually and dissect them, you're like, oh, this guy might be a misogynist or he might be a racist. But you hear all of it and you're just like, oh, this guy's just been put through the ringer by kids and women, dude.
And
you know what I mean?
The deprecation and the doubt, the fact that you're explaining to the world what you've been through, there's a lot of relatable people.
I mean, I talk shit about my girlfriend, calling her annoying, but then give her redemption, you know what I mean? I'm like, she hates these jokes. She tells me that she knows lesbians with better haircuts and bigger dicks than me. And I'm like, that's fucking accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to give back that to sort of be abrasive. But I don't like comedians that don't try to step lines, dude. You know what I mean? To me, then you're just playing softball. Like I think that's what this is for, is to push boundaries and to make everybody okay with what we're not okay with. You know what I'm saying?
And again, I think there's like room for all of it. So, like respectfully, I say
if you do it tastefully, there's
that was
room
kind
for
of
all
my
of it.
same issue with kind of the feedback that I was receiving, right? It's kind of that mentality of like, this is how it should be done.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's why I think it goes back to like, we are the company we keep. Like, I think you should stay around people that believe and buy into the raw and grit and realness is what we're supposed to be doing. And then I do a lot of stuff about my son and stuff about divorce. And now I'm like single and trying to figure this dating stuff out. So I'm very broad, I feel like I don't have, and not that I don't have some darker stuff, but I'm very like married, divorced, dating, parenting. You know what I mean?
All easily relatable. Though.
All
you know what I mean?
Yeah, very easily relatable. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is if you're like, I think this is what this platform is for, it can almost become part of, I think this is the journey you're supposed to take. Fuck Kill Tony. Fuck this thing. Fuck that route.
And how did they know? Where's their Netflix special and their Kill Tony?
What did the other one?
I got you.
I don't know.
You got him?
No worries. It's in the other one.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know people didn't like that show. Like, I've recently now been turned on to it. If you don't have a disability, if you don't have a whatever, it's a very Republican, just like all of this stuff.
I don't know how much of that I agree with.
Dude, I'm just trying to find any space to be funny.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big space.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a shot.
We went on the radio Thursday. It's a libertarian radio show. Am I a libertarian? No. But
you
like,
can't even spell libertarian.
Yeah, exactly.
There's 2 A's in that, bitch.
For sure. Definitely. But the point is it's like, no, I'm there to do comedy. I'm not there to be political and be like, fuck Trump and Tony Hinchcliffe. No, I'm there to do my best minute, right? What are people thinking?
I don't know what the sellout.
And that, the radio station, when we were on there, that was probably the most liberal spot I've ever been put on.
Really?
You don't think?
Maybe. I don't know.
With the Swifties and all, like, there was a lot of it, dude. Yeah. There was a lot of it.
But Kill Tony is super right, I think, and people get mad about it.
I don't know about it, dude.
And it's like, maybe it's right of center, but it's not like far right.
Because half of that show is DEI, dude, if you look at it.
Tony's sort of
I think he alluded it to.
Like, at the end of the day, it's a podcast, right? So
they're setting up good comedians, and it's like the first 2 weeks of American Idol, dude. They're running some people out there so they can shit on them.
Maybe, yeah.
They're running some people out there because they know they got jokes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's.
I think you're on the latter category. You're someone who had jokes.
It could have its agenda.
Well, that's why I was asking about the bucket pool.
It's so legit, dude.
Okay.
Like, honestly,
well, I fuck with that.
I like the show or not. Like, I went in there, I showed them my ID, I fill out a slip. They put a wristband on me. It says Kill Tony, and it has a number on it. And the dude comes in with a clipboard. He looks at my number, looks at his. Okay, let's go. And I had never been on. All the people that I talked to the other guys that got on that night. Neither of them had been on before. So now when you get picked, like if you get invited to Red Band's secret show, or if you get put into the rotation, right? That's all what it is. They decide when you come on, when you don't come on.
The golden ones,
has a lot. The golden ticket one, that all has a lot more political stuff maybe behind it. Sure. I can sit here and say it's completely random. The names being pulled out of that bucket. It's 100%.
That's a really common question. Yeah.
And the only reason is like, well, how did they? So people would ask me, how did they say the name? And then the guy comes right out of the curtain.
Because they're all waiting.
And we're all So the reason that the delay is Tony pulls a name when the show first starts, gives it to the producer, and then brings on a golden ticket winner. That's why he always starts the show, because that guy's going to Shakespeare's to get. So you're always one comic behind. So that's why I was standing on that red X listening to the guy in front of me. That's why I was ready when it was time to go out. But,
that's refreshing to hear all that, dude.
That part's legit.
And it's also
it has an American Idol kind of vibe to it, right? I would imagine when American Idol came out, if people started to make it, and Kelly Clarkson, whatever, I would imagine there's people that were like, fuck her. Like, I've been doing this for 15 years, grinding on the road, and this bitch just did her thing, and now she's on blah, blah, blah. And
it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
So it's like, I don't care about any of the politics. And now the adverse argument to that could be, well, you'll sell out to anyone that will let you do time. And I'll say, none of it's about selling out. My only motive is to get in front of people.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, I'm not selling out to anyone. There's a lot of people that watch that. So it's on my radar of what I'm trying to do. I don't align myself politically with any of it. I'm not trying to be for or against whatever the underlying beliefs are of that show. You got 4 million people that watch it. How do I get there? That's as far as
Honestly,
I thought that.
yeah.
That's as far as I thought that.
Yeah, people want to make a mountain out of a molehill, and it's just like, it doesn't make sense. You're there to do comedy. Why are you getting political?
Yeah, we can talk about my
Cut the deck.
political affiliations when I have my first Netflix
when you
special,
run
and then
for
I can
president,
alienate half the country if I
Yeah.
want. Right now, I don't give a shit about what you believe. If you got a audience that could help me expand my audience, I'm in. I don't give a shit.
Let me ask you something
Love that.
before we get into some questions. Are you guys? Are you a Greek?
Let me ask you a
percentage
question before we do
originally?
questions.
I'm Greek, yeah.
Hell yeah, Levi is also Greek.
Macedonian,
I would count that.
same thing.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
much same
I like
thing.
those are the best.
Alexander the Great, baby. Let's go.
Macadamia nuts.
Here's on Macedonia. I go, I love those nuts.
That's solid.
My dad was Greek. He died when I was 2, so I'm like as Greek as you. Like I know,
okay.
I don't speak Greek. So it's funny. Growing up in Philly, I moved down here to Florida. I live in Clearwater, Safety Harbor area. Tarpon Springs is right down the road. Everyone thinks I'm. I go. I didn't even know Tarpon was here when I moved here. Like, there's nothing.
Have
about
you got
me
yourself
that's-
insulated from the space Mormons living in Clearwater, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Space Mormon. It took me a second. You still
Okay.
don't get it.
A Scientologist, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. And I say Clearwater. It's the biggest city. I live in Safety Harbor, which is not.
I know what that's at.
Yeah, right. Little waterside community. So I don't go down to Clearwater too much. Clearwater Comedy Club on Clearwater Beach. Shout
That's a
out
good
Kenny
spot.
Garcia. Yeah, that's where I filmed my comedy special.
Oh, nice.
I love that place.
I did a feature there. That's a good room.
56 seats. Like
How long have you
Yeah.
lived over there?
I lived within 5 miles of the house that I've owned since 1993.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
32 years or something.
That's Floridian shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
My girlfriend was born the same year, and she claims she's a Floridian, so
Hell
I'll
yeah.
take that. She didn't live here her whole life, so.
So, there's kind of like a decent number of Greek comedians, right? Is Thomas Nicola Greek too?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's Greek, but I don't know if he's like Orthodox. But
No, I think he is willing to learn, though.
Okay.
right across the street, there's a huge
He's Greek for pet.
Orthodox
He's not
church.
against it.
Dude, we went
Love you,
there.
Thomas.
We went there for service one Sunday, right across the street.
Yeah.
I don't think
They have.
he's Greek.
Do you know they wear like cloaks and stuff in Greek
Really?
Orthodox church? Yeah, they do some crazy stuff, dude.
Dominus, Hoppitus, Hippitus.
Yeah, and that's
let's go.
90% of it is standing up, saying stuff that you don't even understand what you're saying, dude.
Close. You're talking about those rubber shoes with the holes in them.
I
right?
think. Yeah, oh, shit. That's true.
No,
Yeah.
Those are
that's funny.
Messi-
No, I mean like eyes wide
Mesopotamian
shut
nuts.
cloaks, dude.
God damn, you're so good at the call.
Not a gas
That's
car.
crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
That's the part. That's the thing. Writing jokes and timing and stuff is where it took the work. Like conversationally, we're good. I mean, I say kind of with some reserve because sometimes it's the smallest nugget of truth, and then by the time I perfected the joke, it's like almost unrecognizable.
Sure.
Or the characters have been changed so much that it
Yeah.
like just slightly
And you just got
resembles the
premise
truth,
or some
right?
tiny bit of
So
it,
sometimes it does grow.
Yeah.
So the short answer is yes. Like almost every bit has a tie to real life. I genuinely
that.
just do not make stuff up.
Me neither,
But
yeah.
if I need to, like, I know there's something there.
Yeah.
It just needs a lot more help, right?
Right.
And sometimes it's two things. Sometimes it needs to be bigger or it needs to be showcased. I sometimes look at writing jokes like making a wedding cake.
Yeah.
And so, like, how big is the punchline, which will tell me how many tiers it needs to get to it,
Okay.
right? So, like, how much building are we doing, right?
Uh-huh.
So I do that stuff about being woke or
Right.
whatever and the them, they thing,
Yeah.
right? When I first started working on bits about being woke, I started out with this broad base of, like, the Redskins now can't be the Redskins. We can't sit Indian style. It's got to be crisscross apples. I was doing all of these things that have changed.
Yeah.
And then the punchline used to be, guys, what I'm getting at is you can actually give blowjobs now in 2024, last year, as long as that dick is attached to a female. You know what I mean? So that I had this buildup that was way too much, and the reward wasn't worth the journey. That's the struggle. Is like for me, when I find a punchline, I go, how big is this, and how much does it need? So that's where I start embellishing. And the way that happened is my employee and I were driving down the road, and we see this like beautiful flowing blonde hair or whatever, and he goes, bro. And we both look, and as we pass, it's a dude. And that started the you could totally blow him from the behind. You wouldn't even know if you did that from underneath. You milked him or
it's
something.
It's like a mirage. You're in the desert. You're like, oh, pussy, and it's not.
Listen, you just run your fingers through his hair.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know the difference, bro. You're good. And so that started with, and he's like, dude, you're ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know? So that started with that. It's like, you know what, we can do it if you have beautiful blonde hair.
That's
you know what I mean? So that's where it started. But I was so new when I was writing it. I came out from like the Redskins and crisscross applesauce to get to this place. So I thought this was such a payoff that I was building this major platform underneath it. Yeah. And then I just had to go, so dudes with long hair, can we fuck them? Is that cool or no? You know what I mean? It just shortened it. You know what I mean? It just shortened it up. But when you're new and you need to try to stretch for 5 or 10 minutes, you really do want all the juice you can get from the lemon. You know what I mean? Sure. And then when you start expanding on your set, you're like, okay, I got a lot of stuff I need to do in 30 minutes. I got to shut this down.
To actually keep it to brass tacks.
Trim the fat and get to the punch as quick as you can.
Absolutely.
All right, I got five bullet questions for you real quick.
Oh my god. Let's start with 1 or 2 and take it from there.
We're going with 5.
You usually start with 1.
I'm just saying I got 5 in a row, but it's going to be shotgun style. So, what is the most useful purchase you made in the last year?
Useful purchase? A walking app that I bought, tracks like calories burned and walking. So I lost 36 pounds in the last 8 months.
Bro. That's amazing.
It's a walking app. And I paid for it. Did you do the free shit? It doesn't help you.
Nice.
Yeah. Everything's freemium now. They want you to pay that 99 cents or whatever.
What about you? Jews don't buy anything, but that's why this is interesting.
That you didn't return.
The last
you had to have kept it the whole year.
You had to keep it for at least 30 days.
You use it once and then return.
Last thing you bought and kept for 30 days.
I really liked. I guess I got some headphones recently that were really good, and I use those when I work out. And it's good to just have a pair of headphones that doesn't fall off when you're running around. I think they're called like JBL. So if you guys want to sponsor us, JBL.
Yeah, everything about this podcast feels like we're close to JBL. Any minute they should be calling us.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even get that. I'm sorry.
Pretty good.
I'm a minute behind.
Pretty good. I'm gonna have to mark that
one. Jesus Christ.
Me, it's just childcare.
Are they like under school age? So you have like daycare?
My son's 9, so I get to drop him off at the school he goes to at like 6 in the morning and pick him up at 6. Yeah.
No,
and it's literally half the price of any daycare. I mean, like at least half the price. So.
My son's elementary school had a YMCA in it. So it was like it was like an after care program that YMCA brought in. So it was like super cool. They play in the gym. Yeah, no, I'd leave them there.
They've been remodeling my son's school for the last 3 years. They've had 12 fundraisers. Dude.
Wow.
Wait till you see the wing they put on them.
Yeah. No, literally. I pulled up there the other day. I'm like, oh, that was all those crayons they put up.
It just looks like shit.
Crayons just to be like the gate holders, like the columns that hold up the gate. When was the last time you did something for the first time, and what was it?
You gotta go first.
The last time I did something first.
First time. What was it?
What?
Tip somebody? Come on, dude.
No, that's not. I don't even get the question. When is the
last time you did something for the first time, dude? I got an easy answer.
I don't know if I've ever only done something one time ever.
No.
What's the last time you did something new?
Did something new.
Oh, I'm retarded. Okay.
You went. How long have you been mountain climbing?
Because you've been retarded. Yeah, that's not a new
The gravity bong brings that R with it.
I got retarded for the first time.
Yeah. It was today on the podcast.
I did coke for the first time this year. I didn't want to. It was free coke, but.
I'm glad we're turning over new leaves here.
The only thing that stopped you for all these 20 years is that it wasn't free.
Yeah, he's Jewish, dude.
It was literally too expensive.
The most Jewish thing you can ever think of is I didn't do coke because I had to pay for it.
It was so expensive. I wasn't going to buy it. It's great. 20 minutes. It's $100. It's a terrible ratio.
Did you find like honor in people? You're like, dude, that's so awesome that you've not drugged that or done that drug or whatever. He's like, no, I would. I just can't afford it. You got some?
I wasn't willing to pay for it, dude.
Absurd.
I did it immediately when it was offered to me.
Did you analyze it after, like the value of the journey you went on while you were on coke versus what you spent?
Yeah, I knew like the mathematical. Yeah.
Mine is I didn't get kicked out of my son's football game
Nice. That's the first time you haven't gotten.
Well, no, it's not the first time, but the first time I should have gotten kicked out that I didn't.
Are you one of those like crazy parents?
No, I'm the
Make
coach.
fucking call, right?
I'm the coach.
Oh my
He
god.
is
But
one of
dude,
those dads.
But dude, look, like these are the referees.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what?
Hold
Yeah,
it.
they do suck.
Apology.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like a 17.
So I just can't help myself, and I just spend the whole afternoon roasting referees, dude.
That's awesome.
So like, dude, how long have you been a virgin?
How many
you know,
men
like-
have you fought physically?
None of them.
None? Oh, I'm almost.
No, yeah, dude,
All right.
I'm not the same guy you met, dude.
I'm a different person.
All right,
It's a good man.
number 4. Is there anything that is too serious to be joked about?
I think anything is kind of in bounds. I think a lot of it is just how you deliver it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
100%,
not
100%
hard.
agree. Yeah, dude.
I want you to think when I tell a joke about something that I'm comfortable telling it, but that I do not have a deep-rooted tie or connection to it.
Exactly,
I don't want you to
dude.
think that I'm spewing my beliefs in a joke. Like, that dude means that shit.
That's fucked
I don't
up.
want you to take that from me. So even if it is something that I'm feeling about the world and I want to convey it,
Yeah.
it has to be funny to everyone first.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hell yeah.
And then I can back in making sure I add a few things that I genuinely want people to hear, but it's almost a trick that I have to play on you.
Yeah.
It can't be that I like drive home this point about how I feel about something. Now you're preaching, you're putting your thoughts and feelings before the comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with you. I don't think there's anything out of bounds, but if I go, whoa, that dude felt that shit. You know what I mean? Like, then you've conveyed to me that it's more important that you've expressed your thoughts or opinions than it was to make me laugh.
Right.
And that's what I don't.
Which I don't think is even necessarily like, I get it. We've all felt stuff, but it's like, that's not the forum for this. It's, our job is to be funny.
I see it a lot.
It's more
What about you,
important.
dude?
It's so, yeah. Can you say the whole question again so I get it right?
Is this about cocaine or
Is
no?
there
Do
anything?
you have more free cocaine?
Is there any drug that is too no?
It's too expensive.
What is the next cheapest drug you'll take?
He's like Ritalin. I'll take some Ritalin. We got
Ritalin
Adderall.
for
Anyone have
$5.
Adderall?
$5.
Anyone want to rob a dentist place? Rob it. Okay. Is there anything that is too serious to be joked about? That's the question.
Yeah, I go back and forth with all the Jews about this, the Holocaust, you know, and I love a good Holocaust joke, and I just think it's about the nuance, and it is about like I can tell when someone's anti-Semitic and they want to hurt Jews versus when they just want to be fucking funny, you know.
So what is the consensus to the Jewish? Not that you're the
It's an old
the all
versus
and all
young
to the
Jew.
Jewish.
He might be. He's pretty close to like
I'm like John.
the
Stewart.
thermometer on the Jewish community though, because he's
Yeah, but I would imagine none of us would want to go. I speak for at large, but
Right,
you-
I
No,
know,
no.
I'm
with
kidding.
your
no, but I
interaction,
do use his reaction as
Yeah,
a gauge.
that's
to
a good
what is it?
metric.
What is
So I'm
acceptable?
kinda in the
What is
middle.
the general thought process? Like, are they okay? I get it. It was funny.
Anybody my
Or-
age,
I think you're right, though. It's definitely a generational.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
closer, the
Because-
closer you are to it,
They
right?
need to
Like,
survive.
Let me, one sec, I don't mean to cut you
oh,
up,
God, yeah.
but I walked his dad. His dad is like a real Jewish person too, obviously.
Yeah.
So
and,
you walked him?
Yeah, I walked
He
him
did a Holocaust joke. My dad was like, "That's not funny."
and walked
Fuck
him.
you.
But I've told this joke 100 times.
Who's walked him?
When they leave the place, when you walk.
Like he walked out on me, like yelling
Oh.
shit at me on
I
stage,
was
dude.
looking, I was like, oh, maybe that's
No, that's when
golden
you
retriever or something.
no. Like I walked him, he
My dad
left.
isn't
He left on
right.
I
me.
never heard that.
But now, like, he might be like my biggest fan, dude. Like I've never had anyone
Did he
else.
know you guys before? Did he know that
We hadn't really connected
did,
then.
okay.
We were just like two
You were just
comedians
some
at the
dude
same
telling
place. Yeah, I was at a
jokes, yeah.
showcase.
And so now my dad realizes, like, well, obviously, Levi can't like hate Jews.
It wasn't
Yeah.
anti-Semitic. It was a joke. That's
You
like
know?
I think that's what he was. That's why I cut you off. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I mean, my dad's generation, even maybe I'd say probably 40 and up. If like people in their 30s, like my brother, they get it. The Holocaust joke is funny. If you grew up in the 90s, nothing was off out
Yeah.
of bounds. You could say anything. But if you were from before the 90s, I really think that's the cutoff for that sort of stuff. You just didn't joke about the Holocaust before that. Even Jewish comedians would be like, no, that's fucked up. Don't do that.
Should we tell him the joke? Do you want to know the joke?
The Holocaust? We
I
don't
was going
know.
to ask that.
Where do you take a Jewish kid with ADHD for the summer? It's definitely not a concentration camp.
That's fair.
Yeah, don't.
It's a
do
good
that,
joke,
guys.
though.
Yeah, but it matters like what the person thinks in their heart for sure. Like if I know that
Didn't
guy,
I send you something about Jewish? Something about a Jewish camp.
oh yeah,
Summer camp or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, no, not that kind of camp. They called us by our actual names. and not a
yeah,
number
you've
or
given me a
whatever.
number of tags that made my opener better. Like
Number
the
one
volleyball
down. Say what's up.
camps, a couple of things.
He talks about Jewish summer camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a regular camp, not one of those camps.
Yeah, and so I go, you should say, like, no, for real, it was like an awesome camp. Like, they called us by our names. They didn't give us numbers or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna work that in.
That was kind of the tag. It was a really cool camp, not like a regular, like, they call us by our names.
And a lot of people don't even know how funny that joke is. They're just like, oh, okay.
It will, like,
It's
maybe
like-
50% of people are like, oh, that's a subtle. Like,
Yeah.
And then that's why I do it, because
That's
it's
what
not
I
like
like.
a harsh one.
But I like when you can kind of, like, there's an artistic nature of, like, dancing around something, but,
Nuance,
like, you,
right?
the nuance of it.
Mhm.
Bill Pettifer. You guys know who
I
he is?
love that guy. I used to
Yeah.
run a mic for him.
That's our homeboy, man.
He's so great. So I love him too. And so his Pettifer joke, like no one wants the Pettifer kid to watch their, like he
Yeah.
actually never says the word pedophile
Yeah.
ever in that joke.
That's what
You know
makes
I
it
mean?
so
Like,
good.
It's so awesome that we know what he's
The
Yeah.
whole time.
selling us, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have to say it. You know what I mean? And I think they're just something amazing.
We got Bill booked, right?
I think
We got him
He's
booked.
gonna come up.
If not, get your shit together.
Yeah.
No, we
He's
didn't.
been too busy. But we've been trying to.
Well,
get him to
we've
come
been trying to put on, like, we put on a lot of local comedians. Like, honestly, that was like the first 30 episodes. And then we branched out. We've been doing a lot of Tampa guys.
Just,
What episode are we? Do we
I
know?
think this is 45.
Really?
44? We're in there.
Well,
And how is it every Sunday?
This will come out
Most
as
Sundays
this
are
will come out as
51
episode
too.
38. I have 100 episodes
You have 100?
that I haven't edited, dude.
Oh,
Because
fuck.
you and me and Casey, like, we do like 3 nights a week.
Episodes with guests, we probably have like 20. And then
No,
we should
I'm
get a Patreon
saying we
going.
have a legitimate
Yeah.
30, 37, 38 with guests.
Wow.
And then we have another 15 I haven't edited with you and me and Casey. So I've been focusing on the one with
That's
ones
like
with
when a
guests.
rapper overdoses and you're like, look at the laptop. They have
Yeah,
2,000 songs.
Why is Tupac still putting out songs, dude?
Yeah. How does Juice WRLD keep
The
dropping?
Clintons killed Levi a long time ago. He's
Yeah.
still got
He was
episodes
shot in the
coming
neck
out.
2 years ago. Like, I don't-
Biggie's mom was putting out stuff after forever.
Right?
That is gonna be my death trigger, dude. Is I'm gonna
Right.
put all those episodes just to release at in 1 day intervals.
Levi's
If you
in
know
like
if that
a-
goes down, then I didn't hang myself, dude.
That's honestly. That's
I didn't
your
shoot myself with a
insurance.
gun that
That's
was
your
20 feet
collateral.
away.
Somebody's like gonna shoot you. You're like, look, if you kill me, all the podcast releases at once. You don't want that.
I already broke the rule on this. I literally just said Clintons. We only have one rule on the podcast. You're not allowed to say Clintons.
Clintons?
Yeah, he's worried about.
It's like
getting
no
on the
C
line.
words, dude.
Oh, I got it. No C word. That's the C word. That's the worst C word.
It's the only
I like
C
the
word that'll get you
comparison to,
killed,
like,
dude.
you know what? I get so Pac died, Biggie died. They kept putting out stuff.
Mm.
I'm gonna release 17 of my
Yeah.
unreleased podcasts in my dining room because I'm gonna go that route. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna do a greatest hits fucking compilation.
It's the best.
This is awesome.
Look at it as Wackavelli, dude. You know what I mean?
Wackavelli.
Oh shit!
I might have got the hat trick.
Yeah,
I'm obvious.
honestly.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. You had like 7 callbacks. It's like Michael Jordan and callbacks every year.
From downtown.
From downtown, he's heating
He's
up.
heating up, yeah. NBA Live. So I'm looking at cards here. Did you have Cliff Hornsby on?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
Love
was,
him,
He's
dude.
a great guy. We just had him last week.
Geriatric.
That's right.
Cool dude.
Very good dude.
Ed Nemi.
Hey, Mom. How do you know you're at a gay picnic? All the hot dogs taste like shit.
No, now Brian.
Hey, Mom. How did Pinocchio find out he was made of wood? His right hand caught fire. Mom, why can't orphans play baseball? Because they can't find home.
Oh, what the fuck?
What do you call a dinosaur that likes taken in the butt?
T-Rex. There Rex in it?
Megasaurus.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Hey, what did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob?
You need a lift?
If we don't get some support soon, people are gonna think we're nuts.
dinosaur he knew, so that wasn't really
That's fair.
What other dinosaur do you
There's
know?
only like
No, that was the person I got better Jordans than you. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
I know a dinosaur. Barney, I love you.
Alrighty, we got one more video or just plugs?
Yeah, I mean, since they're working,
Hell yeah.
I've never heard walk through someone before.
Oh,
That's
really?
my takeaway. I've never heard that.
That means you're doing good.
Actually, I got two. I have another one that comes into play last time we ever recorded this, but
Okay.
this one. So
This
one
man-
more after this.
This man dropped a nuke on the Democratic Party.
You hate white men unless they're gay. You love black people unless they're conservative. You're for illegal immigration as long as they don't come into your home. You want to ban guns, but you want the government to still have theirs. You hate capitalism, but you expect these corporations to change their logo for Pride Month. You hated slavery, so you hate the party that was formed to abolish the slaves. You hated slavery, but you align with the party that was for keeping slaves. You don't recognize two genders unless you're talking about their hormones. You hate American values, but yet you want to still live here. You say black people can't be racist, but Candace Owens, Thomas Sowell, and Larry Elder are white supremacists. You want to ban guns to save children, but keep abortion to murder.
This is just programming, by the way.
I know, dude. I'm glad you see what's going on,
So
dude.
right wing, I want to go back to Kill Tony where it's safe.
Yeah, right? Unbelievable.
I just love there's like
They infiltrate.
a black
That's
guy with
crazy.
a white
Get out,
with a
dude.
white beard.
Yeah.
Just a white beard. I'm like,
That's unbelievable.
yeah. I mean, he made some good points.
Also, Barney.
All right, we'll end it with a funny one, dude.
Copious amounts of.
I know you're gonna love this one.
Want to learn how to do Hawk from LOD.
That would be such a deep cut.
The best part about LOD promos was that it was always Animal that started.
WCW.
And he would give the like that gruffy, like, we're gonna get this shit out of you.
That's right, Gene. No count, no DQ. That's right up our alley.
And then he ends it and he just goes, tell him, Hawk.
Tell him, Hawk.
And that's always where, and in this one specifically, Hawk goes, whelp! And he hits this whelp that's like a Minnesota accent that I can't get. And he goes, whelp! It seems to me that it seems to me.
Well, it seems to me that it seems to me
that the natural disasters just bit off a little more than they can chew.
That the natural disasters have just bitten off a little bit more than they can chew.
And then he cuts the greatest promo where he's like, we'll see you down the line. And he ends it talking about the Nasty Boys. And he has my favorite line where he goes, because there's boys, there's men, and there's monsters.
You see, there's boys, there's men, and there's monsters.
What a rush.
What a rush.
And you're like, oh,
Dude, you look like you could do Hawk, dude.
You take that makeup off and he could work in a blue collar meat packing district in any Midwest city. Yeah.
Dan, I've met Dan Soder 100 times, but it wasn't Dan Soder. You know what I mean? Just like that guy that's so into wrestling.
Yeah.
I've always had that voice too. Like
Never been married
voice
to
of-
the hot Katie chick from ESPN. I see the dot on me, dude.
Have you been on the radio show in Clearwater? Tan Talk, Stand Up for News?
No.
Oh, you should do that.
I don't know
You've got a
what
great
I got
voice
you,
for
dude.
radio. I'll send you the info for it.
My dad always said I had a great face for radio, and I didn't know what he meant.
That's very mean.
No,
You should have said that.
Actually, that was rude.
I got.
That's also
think
his
of,
fault.
like-
It's his fault if you have a radio. It's like that's half on him.
What do you think of, like, do you find any relevance or importance to that? Like, just the ability to convey or deliver, having a strong voice or a softer, quieter voice? Like,
I think it
or
matters
do we
if you
just
know
make
how
what
to
we
use it.
have work for us? Right, that's what I was going to say.
Like,
Yeah.
like my buddy Casey, he's deaf in one ear, and so he's really loud on stage, and that's why I have him do guest spots for me because he gets the energy so high up. When
Oh,
he's
nice.
hosting,
Yeah.
You know?
He's like always talking like when you're in the shower.
Right.
Like, talking.
Yeah, he's always yelling at his grandfather.
Isn't that
You
a
know?
funny premise? Like, we're in the shower, so we're the ones that can't hear,
Yeah.
but we talk to you louder like you can't hear. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, can you give me a towel? Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm right here.
I can hear you fine.
Like, we're louder because we can't. But I think maybe that has something to do with the deaf thing, too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. But it's how you use it. Then I've seen female comics who are quieter and reserved, and then them speaking softly makes me lean in and go, oh fuck, I have to listen more.
Right.
Yeah, so it depends.
I always like that, like when I'm bringing someone to the stage, and I kind of get that, like, put your hands together for.
You guys just keep talking, dude. I got this.
Like I get into that, like rally, and I like that I have that, but again, it's just we all work with what we have.
Right,
Like,
use your wheelhouse, but
Let me get that one
put
too.
your hands together and show some love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can get like
you could really do the WWE voice. Like,
Tatanka go against Sting.
Let's get it. Let's listen up, brother.
Oh yeah, brother.
Sting never wrestled Tatanka, dude.
Oh, you know.
He literally knows the facts. He's like, I don't know.
Sting was my favorite wrestler, dude.
And I love that we're like yes-handing improv-ing and he's just fucking things up
like
for
the
us.
whole timeout. Never happened.
I'm just holding my son at gunpoint, just like, no, you guys are wrong about wrestling, dude.
Actually, you don't know about wrestling.
Don't move.
Headshot,
That's
bitch.
a lie.
I just hit him with a headshot. He's dead.
How do you stay off the rails in comedy? Is there a term for that?
If you're black, you say out of pocket. I figured that one out today. Or no, yesterday when we were playing flag football, you're out of pocket.
Off the rails, what's that, free cocaine?
Yes. No, that's when you're cut off.
When you quit. Yeah. You're cut off, you quit.
He's off the rails,
I haven't
dude.
seen Jacob in months, so he's off the rails.
He's really off the
He had to get off the rails. The murder is going to be, how do you explain it?
I tell a lot of jokes about, like, my girlfriend being annoying. There's, like, a Gabby Petito joke, and I'm like, if you watch the first 10 minutes of that documentary, she's kind of annoying, too. You know what I mean? My girlfriend's on a cruise, and I'm like, well, I can't. I'm like, I didn't kill my girlfriend, but I can't prove that she's alive right now.
Oh, she was just hanging out with Christopher Walken.
I have no proof of life.
I'm not saying that.
I swear she's on a cruise. You know?
I'm just saying I understand. I get it.
We've all had a bad day at work, and then
I didn't do
and
it.
then
Also,
she's
she would not.
And you're just thinking turbines. No.
I didn't do it, but she would not be quiet.
Shit. All right, where can we see you next? Tell us about your shows.
Yes.
Dude, so I think I have 15 shows this month. So if you're a comic watching this, if you're like a local comic watching this, the second Wednesday of every month and the fourth Wednesday of every month, I have 2 mics. They're paid. So Jimmy K Comedy, you can message me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So Jimmy K Comedy. Space that out, because if you run it all together, you're going to get the most amount of Jimmy Kimmel shit you've ever seen in your life. So the second Wednesday and fourth Wednesday of every month, I'm doing mics, I'm paying. Give me a shout if you want to get on. So my improv group, first Wednesday of every month, so October 1st, will be at the Tarpon Tap House. October 8th is one of those mics. October 11th, I'm super excited to be roast battling Adam Clayton. I'll be at the
that came out of
Den.
the. Did you challenge him to a roast after the Kill Tony thing?
No, so the Zen Den. So I think I know I've seen Stefano. I think has something to do with it.
That's the one you found Stefano's room, the Zen Den.
Is it? I'm trying to think. So I'm a part of a group. So I know I'll be battling Adam Clayton. So I've been working on my jokes.
Yeah, he's a funny
for
guy.
that. Who is Zach Stein? I know that he was a part of.
I know Zach.
He's been like explaining the rules in the thread.
He's a friend of the program.
Yeah, is he graduated from the?
No, he hasn't been on.
He's
yet.
done some showcases with me.
But yeah, they've worked together a couple times.
Oh, I've worked with. I love that.
He's great. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's put together. There's 5 roast battles. Those 5 winners will move on. The audience will pick first and second. Then there's a guy headlining, which gives the first and second place guys time to write material about each other.
Oh,
and then they'll battle at the end. So hopefully I do good there. That's the 11th at the Zen Den in Largo.
Hell yeah.
I'm at Snappers in Palm Harbor. Wednesday the 15th, Thursday the 16th, 2 shows Friday the 17th, 2 shows Saturday the 18th. And then I'm in Safety Harbor, which is my fourth Wednesday of each month is my other mic spot for comics. So second and fourth Wednesday. And then I'm off to Fort Myers Snappers. So 30th, Halloween night 31st, and November 1st, featuring.
You're doing a whole weekend.
That whole weekend.
That's
in Fort
fire,
Myers.
man.
So I'm featuring the whole weekend in Palm Harbor Snappers, 17, 18, 19. featuring the whole weekend at Snappers in Fort Myers, 30/31, and November 1st.
That's amazing.
Other than that, hit me up if you're a local to Tampa Bay. I would say just to make it worth your while, it's usually a 15-minute spot for $25. If you want to headline, which would be a 30-minute spot for $50. Either way, reach out. I've got headliners booked for the next couple of shows, so it might be a month or two out before I can have you headline. But if you want to do 15, if you're a guy just out there grinding, doing it for free anyway, let me throw you a few bucks and bring 15 minutes to an audience that probably hasn't seen you yet.
It was a good room. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. Thank you guys. I really appreciated it. I know you got some stuff.
Hey,
sure.
The Adam Clayton guy that you're battling, has he got a hyphenated last name?
No, he's heterosexual. I don't know if that's related.
That's funny.
No, he's like always bartending at Clearwater Comedy Club and Sunshine. Like he kind of is with Kenny. He's running the bar. He's doing his spots there, so he's like a regular at the Sunshine Clearwater Comedy Club.
How do I not know that guy, dude?
Did you look him up like on Facebook or something?
Yeah, I was just trying to pull a video up of him, but the only one I can get is Adam Clayton.
He was on the showcase I did at Clearwater Comedy Club. He's always hanging around there.
I haven't been there for months just because we've been doing
like
the podcast.
If you like guys that are ugly, he's attractive. I don't know if that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Maybe my girlfriend.
So anyhow, so I got my next showcase is up in 6 days, October 4th. It's actually on my birthday, so come and celebrate my birthday at Side Splitters. We'll be doing that comedy showcase there. I'm competing against other people, so I know the crowd. And if I win, I get to headline a weekend at Side Splitters. I get some cash too, so I'm not headline host. Very big difference. Fuck, I'm high. And,
whoa.
Yeah, whoa there.
He's getting off the rails that he's headlining.
Yeah,
if you're
cocaine.
He left off the M there. He's high M.
Yeah.
It's a Jewish thing, right?
Weitzman.
Sorry.
And so, so come out, folks. There's a discount for tickets on if you use my name, Jacob. So that way it knocks $20 off the ticket price. Oh, yeah.
And every dollar that you buy a ticket for, they donate 1 cent to the HARP program to not contract hurricanes for us.
So they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something about Mossad.
No, you guys. No, dude, you guys control the weather too, man. Is this the guy you're talking about?
What, Adam Clayton?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie, something Clayton?
Wendy's recently got rid of their slogan, and I miss it because I loved it. Their slogan was, "It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's." Really? That's like saying it's way better than cancer. It's testicular cancer. I'm not buying that one, Wendy's. I am, however, a big fan of UPS's slogan. UPS's slogan is, "What can Brown do for you?" Yeah. Every time I hear that, I just want to yell out, "Sue the Board of Education!" Okay. Thank you, book readers. Thank you, book readers.
Count to one before you laugh. Those are really like my favorite jokes. Also, real quick, you mentioned the showcase at Side Splitters.
Yes, sir.
So Phyllis Ray, that's her comedy name.
Yep.
I think she won
just
last
won
week,
yeah.
and I just recently met her. We've communicated a little bit. We're going to be working together.
Oh, good. She's great.
I love her. I don't even know her. We've never met in person, but like when we talk about like we are the company that just like the spirit of like she just seems great. You know what I mean? She seems like who I want to relate to and work with and be around. Just genuinely humble about everything that's happened to her so far.
Yeah.
Super appreciative or whatever.
Yeah.
I think she was paying me for this. She fucking should. You owe me something, Phyllis. But no, I get, and she just like, oh my God, thanks everyone for coming out. Like, that's how I look at it, right? Like, I see that some people probably go, all you do is a free spot on, you know what I mean? Or like some dude on his couch, like I love people that are like genuinely thankful to be here. Anywhere here, alive, working comedy, doing life, being a dad, whatever your thing is. Like, there is nothing wrong with just loving out loud the space that you're in and the journey that you're on, and the people that should find you will. And fuck the rest
I
of
totally agree with that. And fuck all you armchair comedians, dude. You Monday morning quarterback comedians. If you think this shit is so easy, get up here and tell some fucking jokes, you pussy ass bitch. But the other thing is like
Also, Mom,
you
thanks
say
for
that about
watching the podcast.
yeah, sorry.
Sorry about all
You
these
say that
stories,
about
Mom.
Phyllis, but there's like another chick that's down south, and I think that she's doing like the same sort of thing. And that's Maria, dude. She wants the comedic space to expand. She's doing whatever she can to do, like, to help out promoters like me
Why
and
don't
you.
you marry her, bro?
Because I
I'm
can't.
just kidding.
Because my girlfriend won't leave, dude. You fucking know. Why are you doing that to me?
My girlfriend won't let me marry
On the
anyone.
podcast.
That's one of her rules.
We're lucky she's on a cruise right now, and she's not ruining this for us.
Yeah.
I'm just serious.
The story is it's a cruise, and that way when she disappears.
Christy
You got your
B's,
plugs
you guys
out?
know
I
anything about?
did. You got your.
I got one plug. It's just come see me Wednesday. Come see me
What
Wednesday.
is it?
Come see me Wednesday.
One plug.
Goddamn Wednesday, bro. No, come see me Wednesday, October 1st at McCurdy's comedy competition finals, main stage. Get your tickets at the box office. It's a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're doing that. I got that thing. Jacob has his showcase. It's like we just keep one upping each other. So I went up to him with that one, and he's like, yeah, bitch, I'm on this side splitter showcase. I'm like, all right, fuck you, dude.
They're like, we'll see who can do more.
But no,
more
that's a
than-
health. It's a healthy competitive relationship that we have. Like we keep making each other better.
I'm not even competing because for me it's sort of like, you know, when you're in a foot race and like you hurt your neck from looking behind you. So it's like I'm not even.
It's a Jewish angle on a foot race, dude. I've never hurt my neck in a foot race,
I'll
dude.
get to the punchline of that faster, but
But
you
hey,
know,
man.
like when you're running a race and the king thing, you know, like,
Because you're looking back. No.
I think it could have been a little more efficient.
Great guest though, man. Thanks for coming.
last shout, I want to give a shout out Christy
Yeah,
B's.
yeah,
I don't
do-
know if
do
you
whatever
guys
you
know
got.
Palm Coast. Christy, I don't know if you guys have ever worked over there. Christy B.
No, we have not.
Christy B's Comedy Club, super cool little boutique style comedy club. Lady running a comedy club, which is sort of unique in this space. But
Is she hot?
She's attractive, but not
Don't
relevant.
ruin this,
Not relevant to
dude.
the story.
God.
And she's moving her whole thing to Daytona. So maybe reach out. Yeah, so she's got a new space in Daytona. I'm super excited, Christy. I love you. I hope you do amazing.
I'll reach out and I'll
with your
keep
new
you
venue.
out.
Yeah.
Christy, I don't know you. I think I'm in love with you already. So.
Look, I hate to do this, y'all, but that's all y'all get at Jimmy for free, okay? We probably ran 3 hours. I could have made 3 episodes out of this. Great guest, even better person, and even a more phenomenal promoter of comedy in this area. And that's what we need, more of these people like this, man. So if you guys support this video, you support us, then do your thing, man. Like and subscribe. Let everybody know. And we're about to be reoccurring on Stand Up for News. We're getting syndicated. We just got another sponsor. So shit's popping off. Thanks, Jimmy. You're the man, dude.